Buildcorp National Rugby Competition. My name's Tony Lewis. My very great pleasure to welcome you this afternoon. Joining me in commentary this game between the Sydney Stars and the New South Wales Country Eagles, providing expert colour commentary, Andrew Swain. Swainy, how are you going?
Interested to hear your thoughts on preparation this week, given that the Stars, I think, are looking for their first outright win. We've got dry, hot, windy conditions today. So tell us about the week and what can we expect to see today?
I think the opportunity to play on the Monday, the long weekend, is it gives us a few extra days up to get our preparation right. But I think we've got ideal conditions out here. It's nice and hot, it's dry and it's fast. So maybe the ref will be kind and give us 20-minute quarters, a little 2-minute break every now and then. But as you're saying, we're looking forward to trying to notch up our first win of the season.
I'm sure the Sydney fans will be looking forward to that as well. And in terms of, there's a mix of shoot shield players and also Super Rugby players all mixed in here together, that blend of experience and talent. In terms of the format of the NRC, what's been the biggest sort of impact on the players in terms of the format of the game?
Yeah, look, I really love the whole competition. I think you're getting the cream of the crop through the grade competitions through Australia, and you're throwing in the reserve or the spread of the Super Rugby players, and you're getting a really good competition. You're seeing there's some good scores, some outstanding athletes out there, and for the younger generations coming through, it gives them exposure to higher level football, and I think that development is crucial in Australian rugby.
Yeah, it's fantastic. Well, best of luck today. It's ideal conditions. We're looking forward to a great clash. All the best.
Cheers, thanks very much.
And we're going.
I'm here with a great start to the season with 5 wins in the last couple of weeks, a couple of speed bumps. So what's been the message to the play group this week, and what can we expect to see today?
Yeah, we started out strong. I think we got some last couple of games, but we just look forward to getting back into our rhythm and hopefully get some points on the board early.
Fantastic. And in terms of the format of the NRC as a coach, in terms of, you've got deep experience both in Super Rugby and in club footy, what do you think's been the big impact on the players from the coach's perspective of the format?
Not as much downtime. Obviously taking out all the penalty goals and speeding up the scrum and the conversions has just kept the ball moving. So I imagine they run a few more Ks each game, and probably harder on the lungs and the legs.
Yeah. The furious pace is absolutely fantastic. And I noticed that in your background you have a bit of a passion for regional and country rugby, and I see this as a bit of a country city sort of clash. Do you think there'll be a bit of that out there today?
Yeah, definitely. I'm a country boy. I'm proud of it. And we'd like to think so. This is, I guess, the centre of Sydney-based team, and we're representing the country. So always like to represent from where you're from, so we'll be playing that way.
I think it's been an exciting start to the season for the Eagles, and midway through, best of luck for today, and hope the clash goes well.
Thank you very much. Cheers.
I'm here with the Sydney Stars head coach Chris Malone, and Chris, coming into this game, the Sydney Stars looking obviously for their first outright win, improve on that draw, and about halfway through the season, what was the message to the playing group this week, and what can we expect to see from the team?
Well, the message is we've just got to try and find some consistency. We're good in patches of games. 13-0 lead against Perth last week and then got hammered. The key for us is to really find some energy and some attitude, basically. 3 games to go, everyone's written us off, so what we want to be able to do is go out there and perform like we know we can.
And do you think the format of the NRC actually creates a greater opportunity for teams to make those comebacks when they might be down a handful of tries, but still with limited time on the clock, there's still opportunity to come back and grab wins?
Yeah, definitely. Well, we played our last home game against Canberra here, and it was exactly like that. We're down, then we're back to square, and we're down, we're back to square, we're down, back to square. So opportunity exists in this comp. People are going to have a crack, and we know people are going to throw the ball around because there's, that's the idea of the whole thing. But, in saying that, defensively, there needs to be a real concentration from us today to be better than we have been.
And the furious pace of the game under this format, does it change the way you strategically coach the guys through the week? Is it more about fitness and endurance rather than ball skills? And do you change the way you do things?
Well, it's been a bit of a sprint, the whole thing anyway, coming straight out of the back of club rugby and straight into it. But I guess particularly for us, it's two club sides, both in different competitions, sort of jump together and then go. But the nature of the rugby doesn't really change. What happens is, though, particularly on a day like today, there's going to be a fair bit of fatigue, I imagine. So hopefully between that and the sweat, our ball control can still be good enough to play some decent footy.
Absolutely, and there's a bit of a country city sort of ring to today's match. Is there a bit of that feeling in the camp?
I think there's more country players in our team than theirs.
All right, look, hopefully the clash,
including the coach.
Good call.
So I don't know. I don't really see it that way. I think, as I said, we've got a lot of blokes from country New South Wales in our team. So, I guess some people will see it like that, but I think it should be a good game of footy.
Oh, and I think the Sydney fans will certainly be enjoying seeing the guys get up today. So best of luck today. I hope the guys go well.
Well, it's a good day for it, so let's hope so.
Really. Thank you.
Cheers.
I'm here with Cam Trelaw, skipper of the New South Wales Country Eagles. And Cam, after a few good wins in the first part of the season, coming off a couple of losses, any sort of particular approach to how you've prepared this week, and how do you think things will pan out there today?
Well, we've done a lot more physical preparation. We've been really working hard on the breakdown. Melbourne really took us to town there, and so it's something we really worked on because without fast ball we're pretty weak. So we've made that a priority this week.
And just generally with the format of the NRC, the furious pace, and the incentive to play open rugby and score tries, has it had a big impact on the players just in terms of what they've been used to in either shoot shield footy or even in Super Rugby?
Well, me particularly, I'm 34 and been playing in Europe where it's slow and wet, so it's been a big change for me. But I think it's made the dark arts more important. Things like the maul and the scrum, they're weapons now. So. It's fantastic as far as I'm concerned. No one likes to see penalty goals taken from 60 deciding matches. It's perfect.
And we've got pretty breezy and I think what will be quite warm conditions out on the pitch today. So are the engines up and running, and will they last the 80 minutes?
You can hope so. Our physical preparator, he's had us pretty conscious of hydration because it's going to be 30 plus. Hopefully the boys have taken that on board because it'll be a sweat-a-thon. Yeah.
Well, best of luck with the game today, and it's great to see the Eagles flying this stage of the season. Best of luck.
Thanks very much. It's been good fun.
Cheers. Thanks.
Well, it's almost time for teams out onto the field here at Leichardt Oval, but we'll take a look at some team lists, though, to start with. Here's the Sydney Stars. Their front row is unchanged in Paddy Ryan, James Willen and Laurie Weeks. A change in the second row, though. Byron Hodge in the 4 jersey with Matthew Phillip in the second row. Starting for Will Skelton, Andrew Leota in the 6 jersey, David Hickey in 7, and Sam Quinn in for Pat McCutcheon at 8. Jake Gordon, Angus Roberts, your halves pairing today. Jim Stewart and Michael Hodge, your halves. Your centres. And then John O'Sullivan, James Dargaville and Jack Macklin at fullback for the Sydney Stars. And here's the New South Wales Country Eagle, Tone.
Thanks, Swaney. For the New South Wales Country Eagles, the front row of Duncan Chubb, Billy Johnston and the Canadian Jake Ilnicki in the number 3 jersey. The second row is Mitch Chapman and skipper Cam Trelaw. Number 6, Tyler Gray. Number 7, Will Miller. A change at number 8, Ita Vaea is a late replacement, replaced by Ben Matwajow. Number 9 is Brendan McKibben. Number 10, Sam Windsor. Your wings are Andrew Callaway and Ethan Ford. In the centres, Ed Stubbs and Samu Wara. And the fullback, number 15, Paddy Dellett. As the New South Wales Country Eagles take the field at Leichardt Oval for this afternoon's game. We're about to get underway, Swaney. I'm excited for this one, mate.
Well, it's an extremely important match for the New South Wales Country Eagle, Tone, as you have mentioned before, with a couple of losses, but a win would put them in finals contention today, so I'm sure they're hoping for it. And Michael Hodge leads the Sydney Stars out onto the field. For the Sydney Stars, a win would be good in this competition. They've only managed the one draw so far.
It's been a disappointing season for them. They were certainly picked at the beginning of the season to do well in this comp, made up as they are mainly of Sydney University players, the perennial shoot shield powerhouses. But New South Wales Country Eagles, with a win today, can move into outright second spot on the NRC table. Referee Angus Gardner, the man in the middle, the man with the whistle this afternoon. And the Stars will be kicking off, travelling from north to south, left to right on your screen, wearing the yellow jerseys with dark stripes.
Cracking afternoon for a Tone. A good crowd starting to filter in. You can smell the hot dogs in the air.
Fantastic. And here we go. Angus Roberts gets us underway. Oh, a bit of a messy start for the Eagles. Paddy Ryan gets it for the Stars. Shovels it left. Very close to the sideline. Well taken up by Leichardt for the Stars. Back it comes the big forwards having a run. That's Laurie Weeks. Very experienced campaigner. Well, a bit nervous at the moment. And the Eagles get possession. McKibben clears immediately to Pat Dell. It goes for a gallop on his own. Well brought down, though, by the Stars' defence. And the first penalty of the game, the long arm goes up against the Country Eagles.
Mate, feel it, boys. Take it.
No clear release, says Angus Gardner. So, first penalty of the game for the Stars, and they'll kick for touch. Of course, a penalty goal in this competition only worth 2 points.
Yeah, haven't seen too many of them this year, Tone. It's been all tries for the NRC so far. Sydney Stars with a good attacking opportunity here.
Just inside the Eagles 22. James Willen, the Sydney Stars hooker, throwing the ball into the first line out of the game. Not bad, picked up by the sweeper coming around the front. Out it comes now. There's Paddy Ryan, gives the short ball to his number 7, David Hickey. Quick recycle for the Stars. They move it quickly.
Straight running, good straight running from the Stars.
Good running by Jim Stewart, the inside centre. There's Angus Roberts. Working that short side now. Straight through. That's terrible defence by the Eagles. And the first try of the game goes to the Sydney Stars out wide after a missed tackle, defensive error by the Eagles, and that's scored by number 11, John O'Sullivan.
Yeah, cracking try there from the Sydney Stars. John O'Sullivan was pretty ordinary defence, and he just straightened up beautifully, broke the first tackle, and it was a clear run to the line for John O'Sullivan, a Balmain product. As we have a look at the replay here. And you can see there he just straightened up and beat that first tackle and dots it down. So didn't make it any easier for the conversion there, but as conversions are worth 3 points, we were just talking about the point scoring system before. A great start for the Sydney Stars, Tone.
Great start for the Stars. They did well to recycle the ball. Very solid in their attack. Moving it down the short side, and in the end, big defensive error by the New South Wales Country Eagles. It's not a bad looking kick. And the flags go up. It's a terrific conversion from the sideline. So the Stars move into an 8-0 lead over the Eagles. Well, New South Wales Country Eagles will be very disappointed with that. They need to regroup here. As Brendan McKibben, the New South Wales Waratahs halfback, gets us restarted. And well taken by the Stars. Gordon clears. There's Jim Stewart, the number 12. Back it comes again. That's a big hit, but he manages to get the ball away.
Laurie Weeks did well there.
Chapman reaching over, giving away the penalty advantage now for the Stars. Stars moving it. They've got numbers left. It's terrific play by the Sydney Stars. And the recycle inside.
Dargaville does very well.
Gee, they're playing well. Look at the numbers now. All they've got to do is get it wide. The try's on here for sure for the Stars. Ball carrier elects to hang on to it. He probably needed to pass that.
Not committing any
6 goal
numbers.
offside.
Penalty against the Eagles for offside. Well, that was sensational play out of their 22 by the Sydney Stars, Swaney.
They didn't commit any numbers to the breakdown, and neither did the New South Wales Country Eagle. It almost it worked for the overlap for them, and they ended up with some numbers down here on the near side on your screens. And the Sydney Stars did well, exploited those numbers, made metres, and forced the penalty.
And that's an outrageously effective penalty kick too by Jack Macklin, the Stars fullback.
Put it right into the corner.
Couldn't have done that any better. Nice solid line out. Ford set it up. They're going to try and maul it over from there. They're about 6 metres out now. Ball at the back for the Stars.
Dave Hickey with the ball at the back.
Keeping their shape, but the Eagles are doing a good job so far of defending it.
Still up in the air.
They need to use it.
Been transferred back.
Another penalty coming for the Stars. And there it is.
From the side.
I'm not there to talk to. I'll look for you as well. Just chat to me.
Well, illegal entry by the Eagles, giving away another penalty.
Getting great audio here from Angus Gardner, the referee. You'll be able to hear exactly what's happened.
The Country Eagles are going to need to tighten up their discipline, Swaney.
Certainly are in this part of the field. Stars reload and go again.
Same option, but yeah, that's good defence by the Eagles. Look at that. They've shoved them back about 4 or 5 metres.
Well, they've done very well, the Country Eagles. They might have... No, Stars retain possession.
It's all very messy, though. The ball comes flying in. They've turned it over again, the Eagles. There's Samu Wara, the centre. Beautiful footwork by the number 13. Still going, Wara. Back it comes from McKibben. And he clears it to Sam Windsor, who brings some sanity to proceedings and thumps it out over the chalk. Only gains them about 15 metres, though. But good work. Great defence by the Eagles on that occasion.
Oh, their maul defence was outstanding, and it got them out of jail there. They really needed that. The Stars were right on the attack.
Hey.
So another attacking line out for the Sydney Stars. That's a bit messy, but I think it's come down on their side, has it? No, it hasn't. It's come down for the Eagles.
Very good line-out defence as well from the Eagles, Tone.
Back it comes. There's Tyler Gray's having a great season in the NRC. The Eagles loose forward. Eastern Suburbs product. Oh, charge down. Eddie Stubbs' kick is charged down, but there's a knock on there by the
Advantage
Stars.
goal. Advantage over.
Stubbs gets it back. He feeds it out to Ethan Ford, who's done well to keep the ball in, but in fact he hasn't, and the touch judge flag goes up. Well, the charge down of Stubbs' kick, and then he ended up regaining possession about 10 seconds later.
Gee, it must have only just been a toe in touch. The Stars have played on quickly. No, they're not allowed to do that. Flag was up.
Easy. How many?
Gap.
All right, so the Stars showing their intentions early to play this at pace. Well, there's been some outstanding passages of play already. We're only about 5 minutes into it.
Certainly has been frenetic, the start of this NRC fixture. Held it a long time in the line out there.
Ball's batted down from the line out, but
Ooh, that looked high.
a little high, but the Angus Gardner doesn't think so.
Jim Stewart does very well.
Out it comes now. Number 13 puts it on the toe. Little well picked up by Pat Dellett.
Nice, Bartley.
There's the penalty.
It's outside.
Had 8 minutes. Just go away, guys. Thanks. Had 8 minutes. Advantage offside. Penalty offside. Another penalty offside. You're going to lose someone if you don't tidy things up, okay?
No, it's done. I just want to play footy here. Come on.
Well, there you go. Angus Gardner's already getting a bit irritated by the lack of discipline from the Country Eagles. Another offside penalty.
That's quite a few penalties down this end of the field. The Eagles wouldn't want to do too many more because the refs this year have been very trigger happy with the yellow cards in the NRC. And I'm sure Angus Gardner wouldn't be any different. Great opportunity here for the Stars.
Well, once again, ball comes back for the Stars. They opt against the ball option here. There's Paddy Ryan in midfield trying to burst through the big prop. Does well, drags the ball about 3 or 4 metres. A quick recycle by the Stars. Lovely short ball by Angus Roberts. They move it down the short side.
Oh.
Defence has got him outnumbered though.
Gee, Angus Roberts, he was trying to think ahead. He took his eye off
Scrum
the
goal.
ball. It just dropped to his feet.
Go work, boys. Scrum.
He was thinking 2 steps ahead there, Angus Roberts. He thought about throwing the pass before he actually caught the ball. And, gee, a chance goes begging there for the Sydney Stars.
So here we go, first scrum of the game.
Gee, we're 9 minutes in the first scrum of the game, Tony. You don't see that very often.
We don't see it too often, mate. Indeed. And let's have a look at how these front rows go. Of course, the Sydney Stars front row, very, very experienced campaigners. Paddy Ryan and Laurie Weeks, the 2 props, both Super Rugby players. And with the University hooker, Sydney University hooker James Willen, up against the loosehead from Southern Districts, Duncan Chubb, and Jake Ilnicki, who is a Canadian member of the Canadian national side, playing some rugby in Australia for this competition.
Ed Stubbs trucking it up off the scrum.
Eagles want to get out of here. Sam Windsor's back to thump it downfield. Not going to find touch though. Well fielded there by Sullivan. Jack Macklin taking it up. Opts against the high hoist. He shaped to kick and then decided not to. So the Stars have it now just inside the Country Eagles half.
Jake Gordon having to go digging there. The Eagles putting good pressure on at the breakdown.
And Sam Quinn taking it up for the Stars. They work that short side again. There's Laurie Weeks. Does well. Will Miller for the Eagles working hard at the breakdown. Can't get his hands on the ball though. Back it comes to midfield.
Using great up and in defence, this New South Wales Country Eagles.
Oh, that's a great piece of work there by the Eagles defence. They might have turned this over. I think they have. McKibben shovels it short side immediately. Sam Windsor takes it up himself. Needs a runner. Finds McKibben. Off goes Brendan McKibben. The Waratah halfback, but he's brought down in short order. Eagles on attack now. What can they do with it? First time they've had some decent possession. There's Billy Johnston, the Eastern Suburbs hooker. Takes it up for the Eagles. Quick ball cleared from the breakdown. Out it comes at the feet of Samu Wara.
Oh, he did very well, Samu Wara, there, not to knock
Did
it
well
on.
to pick it up, but he's had it stripped. And a couple of knock-ons. First one by the Stars. So Angus Gardner.
Scrum goal.
Gee, they're throwing it around both sides, aren't they? Once they're in decent territory, there's no look to put it on the boot at all.
Well, that's right. Well, that's what this comp's all about, isn't it? Throwing it about and scoring tries. Entertaining rugby.
We've seen a lot of tries in the competition so far as everyone takes a well-earned water break.
Yeah, we'll take a couple of seconds off now just for somebody to attend to.
He's a big unit, Cam Treloar. It's good to see him back playing his footy in Australia.
No, it's Ben Matwajow. Beg your pardon, Ben Matwajow with the grey headgear on. He's wearing jersey number 8, but he's playing in the second row. The late inclusion for the Eagles.
It looks like Mitch Chapman packing down at number 8 there.
And the scrum penalty goes the way of the Eagles for Paddy Ryan's ping for angling in. Well, the wily Paddy Ryan tried it, but Angus Gardner's having none of it.
He is having a real crack. at getting Angus Gardner onside.
And McKibben thumps it out over the chalk. So the Eagles finally in Stars territory with the ball in hand on attack. Billy Johnson now about to put the ball in.
This will be the first time in the match that they've had this sort of territory.
To the back it goes. Chapman, nice clean ball. McKibben gets it, finds Treloar around the outside. He offloads to Nicky, can't hang on to it. He's lost it forward, the Canadian.
Oh, gee.
That was a promising raid gone awry.
Scrum blue.
Nicky just couldn't hang on to the ball, so it'll be a Stars scrum about 15 metres out from their
Gee,
try
they were
line.
lined out to the right, the New South Wales Country Eagles, and they couldn't take advantage. The big fella's looking to truck it up the middle. And, once they get the ball in the hands of the likes of Kellaway and Pat Dellett and Ethan Ford, you'd think shut the gate. So they need to do that, the New South Wales Country Eagles.
They've got terrific speed out wide. Kellaway in particular, and Ethan Ford's got some serious wheels. The scrum goes down. Oh, good scrum from both packs there. Back it comes for the Stars, and Roberts puts it on the right foot, thumps it deep out over the chalk. So we'll have a line out about 5 metres inside halfway in the Stars territory.
And Tone, while we're here, let's thank our sponsor, Vocus. Did you know they were the third largest connected telecommunications network in Australia? They've got they have a carrier-grade telecommunications system. And if you'd like to try one of Australia's fastest-growing telecommunications company, why not call Vocus first thing tomorrow?
And back to live action. Pat Dellett now with the ball in hand for the Eagles as they try to mount an attack. Well, Stars have done a good job of shutting that down. Sam Windsor clears it to his skipper, Treloar. Can't get through the Stars' defence, though, and the Stars have picked it up. Terrific work. Not sure who that was. But back it comes. Gee, it's helter-skelter stuff. Possession changing hands.
Advantage to gold.
It must be quite greasy, the ball. It's very hot out there, so the sweat must be coming off and onto the pill.
A little toe through. Eagles players pouring in now, trying to pin the Stars back in their own 22. What can the Sydney Stars do with it? And the penalty comes.
Don't come flying in there like that. It's just stupid.
You heard Angus Gardner there.
I'm off blood.
Just telling the New South Wales Country Eagles not to fly off their feet there. So Cam Treloar with a bit of blood by the looks of things.
And we have a look at the replay here. Sure who it was that came flying in there.
Yeah, there it is, Cam Treloar.
It was Treloar, the skipper. Angus Gardner not too impressed with that, and Treloar has lost a bit of bark as a result, so he'll need to get some treatment for blood, as we can see there. Well, very willing game so far, Swaney. It's exciting stuff. There's
Richard Stanford coming onto the field.
Richie Stanford coming on for Treloar as he goes off for a blood bin. Been very exciting passages of play, changes of possession.
Yeah, the Sydney Stars looking very good in attack. They just lack that finishing polish, it seems. But the New South Wales Country Eagles have been starved of the ball. Once they get a bit of territory in possession, you think they'd be able to wind up. The Stars playing out of their skins at the moment. Line out just shy of halfway.
We look right down the centre of the line out. Clean ball for the Stars. Well, in fact, they draw a penalty.
Yeah, Angus Roberts just signalling there, grabbing a player in the air. So, going to have a chat here.
Simon on the sideline.
Yeah, how you going, guys? Interesting first 20 minutes coming up to the halfway point of the first half. All the Stars in the first 10 minutes. But slowly the Eagles are clawing their way back. Pat McCutcheon looks like he's gone off for some stitching above that right eye, but we should see him back shortly.
Thanks very much. Of course, that was Cam Treloar going off for attention. Been replaced by Richie Stanford for the Country Eagles as the Stars bang it downfield for the attacking line-out. All kind of numbers out here, but it's all a bit scrappy at the line-out. Still on his feet, though, Roberts. Gets hit hard.
Oh, it's Willing at the breakdown. Oh, here we go.
First card. Angus Roberts has had enough.
4. Way you go.
Well, that's number 4, Mitch Chapman. Gets the yellow card for the interference at the breakdown.
Offside gold.
Angus Gardner's had enough.
Yeah, 20 minutes in, and Angus Gardner wasn't copping any more of the New South Wales Country Eagles dark arts at the breakdown. And yeah, Mitch Chapman just coming in from the side, and he'll get a sit down for 10 minutes. So the Stars with another great opportunity, kicking it to the corner.
5 metres out from the Eagles try line. Back it goes to the back, but they're not bringing it up, unable to bring it down clean. Another penalty.
Taken without the ball. Brendan, come here, please.
All right, he's really had enough now, Gardner.
You can have a chat to Brendan McKibben.
Okay.
Let's have a listen.
Yeah, you guys have just got one in the bin, all right? If we have it again, I'm just going to put someone else in the bin. You guys need to sort this out, all right? The pressure's on you.
So Brendan McKibben going to have to go back there with Cam Treloar having a sit down also. He's taken over the captaincy duties, it seems, and he's going to have a chat to his side. You don't want 2 in the bin. That's where trouble starts.
Well, the New South Wales Country Eagles, they really need to settle down here and watch their discipline. Their coach, Darren Coleman, won't be too happy with what's going on out there. But the Stars looking very composed. Terrific scrum there from the Stars, keeping it in at the back. Trying to clear
It's
it
up
from
at the back.
Sam
Oh,
Quinn,
straight
Sam
through.
Quinn. Sam Quinn, the lady inclusion. Straight through for the Sydney Stars' second try, moving them to 13 with a conversion to come. Well, he just picked it up off the back and went straight through, Swaney.
Well, he seemed to almost fumble it at the back there, and the defending Country Eagles player came through, and here we go. We'll have another look at it. It was a very good scrum from the Sydney Stars. McKibben
Looks like
got his hand in there, and Quinn picked it up, and everyone else had eyes on the scrum. Quinn just strolled through for the try.
Looks like he went to pass it, Quinn, and it just went straight up in the air. He regathered and just strolled over. Well, that was bizarre. Nevertheless, Stars over for their second try. They're on 13 with the conversion attempt to come. And the flags go up. So, Stars now 16-0 up on the Eagles. Simon, you got something for us on the sideline?
Yeah, thanks, guys. You can see the intent is clearly there with the Sydney Stars in this first half. The Eagles did try to get a bit back there in the last 10 minutes, but that passage of play is seeing a lot of straight running from the Sydney Stars to get them back on track. I think they're gaining the ascendancy.
Oh, Paddy Ryan, thanks there, Simon. Paddy Ryan just fumbling that ball off the kickoff.
Now, Swaney, you recently retired from a stellar rugby career. Is that correct?
Oh, look, I'm a loss to the game. However, at 30, I realised I'm not Will Skelton anymore. I'm not Brad Thorne.
So, mate, how are you going keeping the weight off now you're doing less exercise? Because I'm guessing your appetite's still there.
Yeah, Tone, it's a huge challenge because I love the pies. I love the sausage rolls. You saw me earlier at the canteen here at Leichardt Oval.
Well, mate, why don't you have a look at Adam McDougall's man shakes? The legend himself, Adam McDougall's here for a chat today and presenting the man shake, man of the match, and he looks fantastic.
Square and steady.
Oh, lovely to have Mad Dog here today. He would have played on this field a few times, I'm sure.
Legend player for the Newcastle Knights in the NRL.
Relax,
We've got a bit of biff here. Will Miller's aiming up with
No.
his opposing number, Hickey, from the Stars. So a couple of loose forwards
Square and
going at
steady,
it.
guys. It's
Not
a
much
hit and
there.
hold, not a hit and chase.
Oh, Paddy Ryan, and picking on someone a little bit smaller than him
Make
as
you go, guys.
as well. So Gibbo takes the quick tap.
Back it comes. There's Rich Stanford in midfield. He's well met, though, by Hickey. McKibben clears again, finds Windsor. Inside ball, lovely inside ball to Duncan Chubb. The big prop rumbles it up. Right on the 22 now. McKibben short ball to Tyler Gray. Still on his feet, Gray, but now he goes. But back they come because Gardner.
Slowing it down, number 1.
Yeah, it's against Paddy Ryan for slowing the ball down. So it's
Number 1,
for the
slowing
Eagles.
it down.
Well, it's the second penalty pad Ryan's given away. But anyway, Brendan McKibben bangs it out over the sideline for the Eagles attacking line out.
Well, they haven't had too many opportunities down this end of the field, so the New South Wales Country Eagles we're looking to put something together here. We were talking about the finishing polish of the Sydney Stars before. Well, the New South Wales Country Eagles have lacked that as well. So
let's see how they go. They've got some good finishes out wide, though, the Eagles. Back it comes. Clean ball off the top. Oh, that's a shocker. Will Miller's fumbled the ball from Sam Windsor. Angus Roberts puts it on the right foot, bangs it downfield. Paddy Dellett's back there for the Eagles, but it dribbles out over touch. Well, that was a breakdown of communication between Windsor and his number 7, Will Miller. Not exactly sure what happened there.
Yeah, it certainly was. It was a great opportunity. They had the guys lined out to the left and just couldn't get the ball out there. It looks like they're trying to truck it up the middle before they send it wide. They've got some damaging outside backs.
And you can sense some frustration creeping into the Eagles now. Darren Coleman will be looking forward to getting them into the sheds at half-time, just calming them down a bit. Billy Johnson puts the ball in, but it's come down to the side of the Stars. But come forward off David Hickey, and it'll be a Eagles
scrum gold,
scrum feed.
Gee, both sides are really struggling at set piece time, particularly with the line out, just struggling to win their own ball.
Yeah, we haven't seen too many clean balls at line out time.
It's been tough. Down to Simon Donahue. What do you got for us, mate?
You're absolutely right, guys. The intensity of the game, I think, is a reflection of the intent of both sides, but the heat out here is playing a role. I think it's making the ball a bit greasy. The boys are pretty sweaty. They're blowing hard. The pace has been frenetic, so I think that's leading to some unforced errors coming to both sides. But still, the Stars to me look like they've got the discipline on their side, and frustration, as you said, Tony, coming into the Eagles' play. So I think they'll look to take advantage of that.
Good comment, Simon. Thanks for that. Well, while Simon was talking, we saw that Will Miller, the open side breakaway for the Eagles, is having a break, and young Andrew Kellaway packed in on the side of the scrum.
Okay. We'll get 7. First one was one angle, then one overextended, and you've had a hit and chase, okay? Again, like I've spoken to them, you guys need to sort this out, all right? I'm not going to continue penalising him for the rest of the game, okay? Yeah.
So Angus Gardner not happy with the Stars front row. And Brendan McKibben will take the kick for the Eagles. Now, Swaney, I've got to say I've become a big fan of these Sevens tournaments that are springing up all over the place, especially the Gold Coast Sevens, which kicks off this Saturday, obviously on the Gold Coast.
Yeah, Tony, I know the crowd likes to dress up. I can imagine you in a tutu. Is that part of the appeal for you, mate?
Well, I don't know about that, big man, but the atmosphere is awesome. There's plenty of colourful characters in the crowd. It's a great weekend on the Gold Coast as we return to live action.
Make sure you get up to the Gold Coast there for the Sevens. It'll be a ripper.
Oh, Windsor with the inside ball to Kellaway again. Look at this kid go. Had 3 defenders hanging off him. Andrew Kellaway still got about 5 metres. There's Taylor Gray straight through the Stars defence. Still going, Taylor Gray. Gets to about 7 metres out. McKibben finds Wara. Wara's put on his backside by the Stars defender. Brendan McKibben again finding Ben Matwajow. He's brought to ground. Working hard now, the Eagles. Windsor with the long ball to Dellett. Is having a look at the defenders, Paddy Dellett, and lost it forward. Unfortunately, it wasn't a great ball, it must be said, from Sam Windsor. But Dellett unable to hang on to it.
Dear, oh dear, I tell you what, the Country Eagles are just struggling to find that polish. They've got the guys there. They just are lacking the basic skills at this stage.
Yeah, they're struggling to find any sort of rhythm, aren't they? It's very, very hot out there. Let's have a look at this ball from Windsor. Yeah, not a great pass from Sam Windsor. Arrived at the ankles of Pat Dellett and he was unable to hang on to it. So another scrum. Oh, gee, the big boys will be blowing hard out there, Swaney. It's very, very warm.
Yeah, and you can tell the ball is quite greasy from the sweat probably coming off all the players. As the Stars do well in the scrum time.
Scrums have been all right. Number 12, Jim Stewart, takes it up for the Stars. Gordon finds a runner.
Getting good meters, the Stars.
Bit scrappy at the breakdown. Back it comes. Hickey clears it. Angus Roberts on the left foot. Little chip ahead. Into the hands of Ethan Ford. The Randwick winger does well for the Eagles.
Oh, Billy Johnson, good hands.
To Richie Stanford. Now they need to do something with it, the Eagles. What can they do? There's Ed Stubbs, goes up the middle, but there's 3 defenders to drag him down.
The Sydney Stars defensive line has been extremely solid.
Very, very solid. Indeed. In fact, the Eagles have gone backwards the last 2 or 3 phases. Tyler Gray finds Matt Wajow. He offloads again to Gray. Finds a runner.
Hands. Oh, good hands. He just needed to find...
I think that's Paulie Tuala. It's still on the go. There's Ethan Ford over in the corner for the Eagles. And the arm goes up from Angus Gardner. So New South Wales Country Eagles with their first 5-pointer scored by number 14, Ethan Ford. Well, that was some great lead-up work there by the Eagles. Some great recycling. Tyler Gray figured twice in that movement, Swaney.
Well, he's been a danger for them in the back row. And getting his hands on the ball twice there, that was some effort from Tyler Gray. And then all it was a few recycles. This, all he needed to do was find his winger, Ethan Ford, but couldn't. Popped it back up. And Ethan Ford diving over in the corner. Nice little try there from New South Wales Country. I'll be hoping they can do that again, though.
And the replacement back row, Paulie Tuala out there with the pink headgear, did very well also. And Simon on the sideline.
Yeah, fantastic show of support there from the Eagles guys, and I think the timing of that try is even better for them because they've got both their second rowers back on the field in terms of the end of the yellow card period, and also McCutcheon stitched up and back on the field, so they've replenished their stocks and come up with that reply try. So good outtake for the Eagles.
Thanks very much for that, Simon, and a terrific conversion from Sam Windsor, successful from the sideline. So the Eagles move to 8, the Stars 16. About 9.5 minutes to go until half time.
Well, gee, that has come at a really good time, as Simon was saying, Tone, with about 9 minutes to go to half time, as you say. They could get themselves right back in this.
We've got Brendan McKibben. The penalty was given. The yellow card against, I think it's David Hickey, is it? Number 7? No, it's not Hickey. Attacking the player in the air is the call. Immediate yellow card. It's the number 8.
Sam Quinn, the try
scorer. Indeed. So Brendan McKibben chews off about 25 metres with his penalty kick, and it will be the Eagles' line out. They're about 8 metres inside Sydney Stars half.
Again, another great opportunity for New South Wales Country now. They've just started to find a little bit of rhythm.
Back it comes now. Windsor finds Tyler Gray, finds Wara. Out to Paddy Dellett, still going Dellett, tries to go inside, still going the big fullback. He offloads, beautiful ball through the hands by the Eagles. Andrew Kellaway just manages to get out. Well, that was sensational ball movement there.
A wonderful interchange of passing there from Paddy Dellett. Did very well. He just sided through, beat one tackler, and then had the Stars on their heels. And then he found Ed Stubbs, who found him again, and then out to Andrew Kellaway.
Kellaway almost. Let's have a look at this replay here. This big Pat Dellett finding his way through.
Good
Beautiful
hands.
ball from Stubbs to Kellaway, but Kellaway unfortunately unable to. Probably a good thing because it was going to be picked up by a Stars player anyway. So, the defensive line out for the Sydney Stars, only about 5 metres out from their try line, and that was not straight.
Oh dear. So, huge opportunity now for New South Wales Country.
Big attacking scrum for the Eagles.
That's not what you want on your own 5 metre line, is it? That is not what you want, a not straight throw. The Stars front row, though, has been extremely solid today. Country Eagles, Chubb, Johnston and Ilnicki in their front row. All they need to do is stick solid here, get it out quickly. And they've got firepower all over their back line, New South Wales Country. Good
Big
scrum.
solid scrum from the Eagles. Oh, well, McKibben was looking for Kellaway there, but Kellaway just overshot the ball. Sam Windsor cleaned up. Still going. This big Cam Chaloy. Well met, though, by the Stars' defence.
Offload away.
Paddy Dellett has the ball now. Wide ball. McKibben flings it wide to Ethan Ford, who goes over for his second 5-pointer, which is awarded. Well, he was airborne. with his legs out over the sideline, I think, but he managed to get the ball down.
Well, Tone, on Fox Sports on Thursday night, Sean Maloney did the top 5 greatest finishes of all time, and that'd be up there. He was flying over that corner post and managed to dot the ball down. Here's the pass from McKibben. What a great ball. And then you'll see the dive into the corner. That is sensational work from Ethan Ford.
Fantastic. Bags his second meat pie.
So now within 3, New South Wales country.
Yes, Windsor looking to even up the scores with a successful conversion. So Ethan Ford scoring plenty of tries this NRC season. Not a bad looking kick, but he's missed it. So the Stars retain a 3-point lead, 16-13, over the New South Wales Country Eagles here at Leichardt Oval on a very warm public holiday Monday afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. We're excited to have you with us.
It's normally Andrew Kellaway scoring the tries for the New South Wales Country Eagles on the wing. Ethan Ford with 2 today.
Angus Roberts with a fairly deep restart. Straight in the hands of McKibben, who'll waste no time in kicking it out of the 22. Quick line out taken by the Stars. Roberts again puts it on the right foot. Up with the high hoist it goes. Taylor Gray's underneath it. Should take this cleanly, but he doesn't. Goes straight through his hands with the Stars winger, number 14. Oh, Sam Windsor. That's some sensational skill by Windsor. He juggled the ball behind his back and then managed to kick it out over the line. But
Sam Windsor with the Magic Johnson type play that I've seen for the LA Lakers.
Under immense pressure from James Dargaville, the Stars winger, he's done well, Windsor.
Extremely well.
Sydney Stars line out now. It's all gone a bit awry, but it's been picked up by Big Laurie Weeks at the back there. Gordon clears it to Roberts, finds Hickey, his flanker in midfield. Hickey manages to offload it. He's done well. Paulie Tuala is all over that ball, but does not get the reward. There's Paddy Ryan taking it up, met by his opposite number. Stars recycling, pick and go is the call. Up the guts go the big fellas. There's Ryan again. Jake Gordon wants it now, finds his number 4, Byron Hodge.
This is good continuity.
Again.
Good continuity.
Bumped down by Eddie Stubbs.
Move 21!
In the Eagles' defensive line. Penalties coming for the Stars. They prefer a try though. Little dab through. And they'll come for the penalty.
Yeah, Michael Hodge was calling for that kick. But they were making nuisances of themselves at the breakdown. Let's have a listen.
Angus Gardner wants another chat with the Eagles. Wants to talk to his touchy. Let's have a listen.
Yeah, I had 14, sorry.
Sorry, 14,
Yeah.
Another card.
Ethan Ford.
Mate, we'll come back down here again. Another offside, okay?
Just when they're clean right past the ball.
Yeah, okay. Keep an eye on it.
So Ethan Ford gets a break now for the Eagles. 10 minutes on the sideline for him for a cynical offside infringement.
Jeez Louise, I'll tell you what, Angus Gardner's loved going to the pocket today.
He's been quite willing, hasn't he? It's been spoiled, that line out, but still it's in the Stars' possession. Jake Gordon clears it to Roberts. Great hands by Angus Roberts there. Around the corner they come. Needs to use it. Finds his hooker, James Willen. There's all sorts of nonsense going on at the breakdown. Paulie Tuala clears it for the Eagles. There's McKibben. Passes it wide to Kellaway. Can he get into space, the flyer? He can't. They've still got possession, though. Gee, it was a bit lackadaisical by McKibben there. Now there's Paulie Tuala working hard, the replacement back row. He's done well since he came on the field. Billy Johnson clears it quickly to Matt Wajow, who finds Ed Stubbs outside him.
Oh, dear me.
Offside play there by the Stars defender, but it's still Eagles ball. Now McKibben finds...
Well, they've got numbers.
There's Pat Dellett. Needed to pass it, Pat Dellett. Elected to hang on to it.
Huge numbers this side of
McKibben
the
clears
field.
it again. Windsor finds Samu Wara. There's an inside player. That's Cameron Treloar. Needs a runner now, Treloar. Offsides to McKibben. Oh, what's going on with the Eagles' attack? They can't get it together, unfortunately. McKibben is caught in possession. He's been brought to ground, though. They need to get that ball out, the Country Eagles. There it is. It's available. Samu Wara goes in to clear it. Finds Windsor. Sammy Windsor goes himself. Beautiful inside ball by Windsor to Ed Stubbs. The big don't argue by Stubbs. Still going, Eddie Stubbs. The inside centre's done fantastically. Ilnicki finds Chapman. The final pass to Matt Wajow goes astray. And there's a knock on there by the Eagles. Well, unfortunately, it all came to naught, but that was exciting stuff, Swaney. Let me get my breath.
Oh, Tone, you said it. What is
Scrum.
going on with the New South Wales Country Eagles attack? They had Samu Wara and Andrew Kellaway this side of the field unmarked. And, geez Louise, they couldn't get the ball to them and then found some space. Ed Stubbs was just knocking blokes over like 10 pins. And he's now actually a little bit hurt. He ran hard and found the space, did all the hard work. Here it is here, Cam Treloar.
Well, that ball went right, and it probably should have come left, Swaney. There was 2 unmarked players for the Eagles out left, but nevertheless, they hung on to it.
It was slow coming out the back. Samu Wara had to go in at scrum half, and then they spun it out to Windsor, who gave it to Ed Stubbs and knocked bloke after bloke over, but couldn't put the finishing touches on it. Mitch Chapman with the world's worst pass going out to his winger.
It was actually his second row partner, Ben Matwajow, out there that ended up knocking it on. But in any event, of course, and the plays come to a halt. The scrum will be set right in front of the Buildcorp sign there. Buildcorp done a fantastic thing for rugby union, funding this, sponsoring this competition, Swaney.
Yeah, the Suka family here today watching this great fixture at Leichardt Oval, and Buildcorp, gee, a big thanks must go to them for stumping up and supporting the NRC.
Oh, we can't thank them enough. Doing their best to help the game out in this country. Big shove by the Eagles there, but the arm goes up. Angus Garner doesn't like it.
Good. Yeah, first setting this line out.
We're pushing straight.
And he's got them for pushing on the angle. Well, you know, I mean, fair dinkum. Sometimes you look at the scrum, Swain, it could be anything, mate, you know.
It's a lottery, mate. It's an absolute lottery. But Angus Gardner, as long as he's clear on it, we're all happy.
Clear and consistent. So Angus Roberts knocks it out over the sideline.
James Willen with the throw into the line out.
Again, a bit messy. Back it comes for the Eagles. Brendan McKibben just manages to get there, but there's a little knock on there.
Little knock on the ground.
There we go. That'll be the Stars scrum feed. Well, these lineouts have been messy. Scrums have been all right.
Let's go, gents.
Back to live action. Big excitement there with the Gold Coast Sevens coming up, Swaney.
Can't wait for that. Tone, see you up there in your tutu, getting dressed up.
Don't know about the tutu, mate. I was thinking more the silver lame cocktail ensemble.
Lovely.
Guys, just some more stability when you get your binds, please.
We're going dressed as the Flintstones, mate. So if you see the Flintstone family there, you'll see me. My Fred Flintstone outfit.
Fantastic.
Oh, it's great fun, the Sevens, as is the NRC. I'll tell you what, if you want to get dressed up and come to the NRC, I'm sure no one would look sideways at you. Get involved.
I've been impressed with these scrums. I don't think there's been one reset, has there?
No.
Anyway, back it comes for the Stars, and Angus Roberts dabs it deep. Paddy Dellett flying across there. Needs to do something with it, Pat. And he returns it with a little bit of interest. Not a bad kick there. But Angus Roberts, with the quick line-out throw, flings it across to his fullback Macklin, takes it straight up into the teeth of Mitch Chapman and his fellow Eagle. And he goes no further than that. Back it comes for the Stars now. Little floater pass over the top. Looked a bit forward to me, and indeed it was, says Angus Gardner.
Oh, dear.
Scrum.
Gee, it just floated forward. He probably didn't need to push the pass there, Angus Roberts. He could have just sent it through the hands. It was a good work from Dargaville, though, to try and bat it back in, but the ball had just floated a little bit forward.
Oh, he's a quality player, James Dargaville. Seen him over the last couple of seasons running around with Sydney University and Shute Shield.
It's great to see him get an opportunity at this level.
As the siren goes for half-time, they will pack the scrum.
Scrums have been great today.
And here go the Eagles. What can they do? Can they do something before half-time? Short ball to Stubbs from Windsor. Ed Stubbs still going. Looks strong with the ball in hand, Eddie Stubbs. McKibben finds Matwajow. Offloads to McKibben again. He's in space himself, the little halfback. Off he goes. Oh, beautiful. Short ball to Pat Dellett, who's tackled. McKibben finds Wyra. Back it goes to Big Mitch Chapman. He needed someone running off him, Chapman, but he wasn't there. Sam Windsor dancing, caught by the Stars defence. So there's Taylor Gray. They'll catch him as well, but it's still Eagles ball. New South Wales Country Eagles desperate for a 5-pointer before half-time as Mitch Chapman takes it into contact. Back it comes for Taylor Gray, close to the ruck. He makes about 4 metres. Still the Eagles ball. McKibben flicks it back, and in fact the penalty is coming for the New South Wales Country Eagles. Stars offside in the defence. Pat Dellett's got the ball in hand. What are they going to do?
What are we doing? Line out.
Can we play it? Can we play the line?
Yeah, absolutely you can play the line out.
And underneath it, under the new rules, ladies and gentlemen, of course, even though the siren has gone, if a penalty is awarded and a line out is elected to be taken, it can be taken. So Brendan McKibben puts it out over the sideline, and this would be the last play for the first half, you would think. Let's see what the New South Wales Country Eagles can do with it. Billy Johnson puts it in. Cam Chalor is held up in the air there for a while. Another penalty coming. In fact, another yellow card. Angus Gardner.
And again, touch it.
Angus Gardner not happy with Paddy Ryan, who I think might have attacked Chalor in the air or laid hands on Chalor in the air there, which is automatic yellow card these days. So another line out for the Eagles. Right in the shadows of half-time. Cam Chalor comes down with the clean ball. Eagles forwards set up the maul. Here they go. Oh, it's all pretty easy. Straight over the try line. And the arm goes up. So the New South Wales Country Eagles score the try right at the death of the first half. That was a beautiful maul off the line out, and the Sydney Stars had no answer. Not sure who the try scorer was. Let's have a look. Looks like Billy Johnson, last one getting up. And so we'll give the try to the hooker, number 2, Billy Johnson. Well, that was sensational work off the line out by the Eagles. Let's have a look at the replay now. Nice clean ball to Cam Chalor. Back he comes. Look at that organisation. Very, very quick, and they just surged forward. Stars completely out of position. And Billy Johnson, all he had to do was fall on the ball. So they move to 18 with the kick to come. Stars 16. Sam Windsor attempting to add an extra 3 points. And the flags go up. Lively conversion by Windsor. So that moves the New South Wales Country Eagles to 21. Sydney Stars 16 at halftime of this fixture at Leichardt Oval. I'll see you on the other side of the break, ladies and gentlemen. We've got a couple of interviews coming up for halftime, though.
Count me in. Good. And I've got the pleasure of an absolute NRL legend with me here at half-time during this NRC Championship game. I've got Adam Mad Dog McDougall, who all of us Mad NRL fans will recall 195 first-grade games for Newcastle and a short stint with South Sydney and actually on South, so I imagine you'd be pretty happy with the outcome last night.
Yeah, it was a great game, wasn't it? Great to see the long-suffering fans finally get a grand final.
I mean, I was going for the other guys, so I was a bit disheartened, but it was an outstanding effort from the Bunnies. But, of course, Rugby Union, you're no stranger to Rugby Union. In your early days, I think you played plenty of games for Southern Districts, and I think Brother Ben also had some experience overseas with Scotland and the Irish and British Lions also.
Yeah, so obviously Rugby Union's been a big part of our family, playing it on Saturdays and then Rugby League on Sundays, but you know, probably wish I made the jump to the Wallabies when I had the chance, but Wendell Saylor and Matt Rogers and Lottie Takiri did a great job, but it's a great concept, this game here today, and the NRC's doing a great job. I love the rule changes, very open, and some future stars of the game here today on show.
Yeah, it's fantastic news. It's good viewing as well. The energy's really high, and as you can see, the frenetic pace of the game requires these guys to have that little bit of extra fitness, and which brings me to, I have to inquire about the Man Shake, which obviously the business you've started, you're the founder of the Man Shake. I'm intrigued by the fact that I can still drink beer on the Man Shake and I can lose weight at the same time, so tell us a bit more about that.
Yeah, no, I've created the Man Shake. It's a health shake for men that helps them lose weight and still enjoy a beer and their favourite food and lose the beer gut, and yeah, life's about living and having a good time, but it's also about being able to eat the right things while you're on the run. So the Man Shake gives you all your vitamins and minerals, helps you not get a gut when you drink the beer, and be fit and healthy, and it's a man's dream come true, isn't it?
That sounds like a perfect scenario, the perfect solution. Now, is it right that actually taking on the Man Shake prior to a session, both physical and with the elbow, is not a bad idea?
Yeah, look, obviously if a guy's going to get on the drink and whatnot, their blood sugar levels are going to spike, so it's good to have some protein and some fibre in their diet to stabilise their blood sugar and not get hungry, because we all know that the kebab at the kebab shop after about 15 schooners doesn't help the waistline. But, you know, look, the Man Shake's great for after you train and after the boys have a hard game of rugby, so it's pretty versatile.
It's a winning formula. And in terms of the health benefits and the secret ingredients, is it because there's a lot of shakes on the market, but the Man Shake seems to be something that you've built from personal experience as obviously an elite athlete and a fitness professional?
Yeah, look, I worked with doctors and nutritionists and food scientists, and you know, probably the biggest killer amongst men is the amount of sugar they take in. So you know, my product's got 88% less sugar than most other health shakes out there, and high in protein, which men need. Men need protein, not sugar. That's for little kids. So, you know, it was pretty easy to come up with a concept that was great for men. They've been left behind. It's all been about women. And it's good to see we've finally got something for us guys to lose that big gut.
It's great to have Mad Dog looking after the blokes out there, keeping us fit and healthy. Thanks so much for your support of the game as well, and today especially. Great to have you here, and enjoy the rest of the day.
Thanks very much. It's been a great game. Looking forward to the second half.
Good stuff. Thanks. Cheers. All the best. Back to you guys.
Well, Ben, are we good to go? Well, Ben, tell us a little bit about the NRC. It's been a great atmosphere here today at Leichardt Oval. It's good in the sunshine. You're pretty happy with how it's all gone so far?
Absolutely, and I think these sort of days are the days it was built around and for. You know, to get people out there to see a great brand of footy, some up-and-coming talent, no doubt, and they're all out there today, and to give some of those Super Rugby players greater exposure to play all year round. And, you know, this is a great example of what it was set up to do.
You were just saying before, the actual footy, it's been fantastic. We've seen lots of tries. Are you happy with how the footy's been?
Yeah, I think, and like a lot of the I am, and I think a lot of the credit needs to go to the coaches and the players. You know, they've got a genuine willingness to attack. Look, we've got some slight law variations that have maybe added to that. However, you know, we're averaging 8.5 tries per game up to round 6. and penalty goals. I mean, there's been only 12 attempts at penalty goal and 8 successful penalty goals in 24 games of footy. So, there's great flow to the game, and I think people are appreciating that, and they want to see more.
I mean, we're seeing today the set piece. Line-out's probably not so great, but the scrum has been fantastic. No resets, and obviously the law variations have helped with that as well.
Yeah, and I think the law panel that we pulled together were really smart, and we didn't want to reduce the number of line-outs and scrums. We need to have more, because it's an area of the game that we need to improve at international level and Super Rugby level. And we've got probably on average around about 6 to 8 more line-outs and more scrums than Super Rugby in the NRC. Right. So we're practicing that skill, that real vital skill, and you can see in games where set piece is actually deciding almost the winner. So it's good.
The footy side of things is great. What about commercially and getting people through the gates? How are you guys going with that?
Yeah, look, I think most teams, when we set this up, we didn't want any reliance or risk on getting huge numbers to games. While we want them, and we see the vision of it growing, we were very careful, and so were the teams, that we didn't extend ourselves beyond our means, and that's been true right through. We've got fantastic support, obviously, from Fox Sports, from Bill Corp, a fantastic naming rights sponsor who are on board for a number of years. Allianz, Gilbert and ASICS, I'll throw them all out there because they've enabled this to happen, and the teams that have done their bit and made sure that they've secured really good venues like this. They've got their own support behind them from partners, and that's what makes this a really sustainable model, maybe a little bit different to the last time we tried this back in 2007.
Well, long may it continue, mate, and all the best for the rest of this competition.
Yeah, great, thank you, and thanks for the support.
live. Welcome back to the second half, ladies and gentlemen. We're at Leichardt Oval for the match between the New South Wales Country Eagles and the Sydney Stars. Eagles with a 5-point lead, 21-16, courtesy of that try just before the break. And Brendan McKibben for the Eagles about to get us restarted as Angus Gardner blows the whistle. And we're off for the final 40 minutes of this match. It's well taken there by Big Matthew Phillip for the Stars. Stars backline. Well, it's been completely spilt there by Leota, Big Andrew Leota. Couldn't hang on to it. Billy Johnson takes it into contact, finds Ed Stubbs. Off he goes, Stubbs. He's had a whale of a game so far, Eddie Stubbs. Billy Johnson again. Samuwara to Pat Dellett. Goes himself. Working into the 22, about 15 metres out now.
Gee, they're not shy with the offloads.
McKibben, beautiful offload to Paulie Tuala. The replacement back row is very close. Goes again, but loses the ball forward. Unfortunately for him and the Eagles. And Sydney Stars, Jake Gordon, with a pretty decent touch finder from behind his own try line. Well, Paulie Tuala was very, very close.
Well, gee, their offloading game has been very dangerous and extremely important. 10 minutes or so here for the Sydney Stars as well. They were on their heels then, though.
And good to see the Eagles, their offloading skills, as Swaney was saying. Big forwards, Mitch Chapman, some beautiful skills there. Sam Windsor finds Tyler Gray. They've marked up well on him, and in fact he's lost the ball forward in contact, Tyler Gray. So the scrum advantage is coming as Laurie Weeks clears it to Angus Roberts, who puts it on the right foot and just dabs it down for Sam Windsor to take it up himself, and he's going to have a run. Sam Windsor goes the short side. Still going, Sammy Windsor. Gives it to his hooker, Billy Johnson. Settle things down a bit now, says Brendan McKibben to Pat Dellett. Goes straight up by the side of the ruck, Paddy Dellett. Almost a turnover there. In fact, it was turned over by the Stars. Well, that's... back it comes for the Eagles, and Brendan McKibben has a little kick over the top and into touch. So a bit of a frenetic start for this one, Swaney. Now, I've got to say, Swaney, that it was good to see Adam McDougall. He's a great ad for the man shake.
He sure is, Tony. Probably still working out too. He looks very fit, the big man. These man shakes might be worth a try, actually.
We need all the help we can to keep the weight off, son, without reverting to a diet of lettuce and mung beans.
Agree with that. I don't like mung beans, mate. I do like beer, and I don't know if I'll give those ones up, but the man shakes might help with that.
Yeah, well, they sound pretty good. There's some good testimonials on Adam McDougall's man shake out there.
How fit does he look?
Yeah, he looks fantastic, mate.
He's ripped up.
He is.
Mad dog?
He is.
So great to see him here. It was great to see Ben Whittaker as well. Had some great things to say about the NRC, and it sounds like it's been a raging success from an on-field perspective.
Is that right? Well,
he was telling me about the scrums and lineouts. They're actually hoping to get more in the game. Because teams are attacking so much, there's little time for scrums and lineouts, but we want to develop that side of Australian rugby as well. As we know, the Australian scrum has been much maligned over the years, so they are hoping for a few more, but the resets is the thing that keeps the people away, and we've seen very few of those today.
Yeah, we have. Yeah, the scrums have been good today. Can't really say the same about the lineouts, but anyway, back it comes from the Stars, and Gordon kicks it downfield. Pat Dellett's there to safely field it, though. What's he going to do with it? Shapes to kick. Instead goes straight through. Pat Dellett almost brought down, gets up and goes again. Well, he fooled him there with that one. Tyler Gray finds Windsor, who in turn finds Mitch Chapman hitting the hole. Goes for the offload, Chapman. Doesn't come off, though. And there's been a small knock on there. So it'll be a Sydney Stars scrum feed. Well, that one was a bit too ambitious from Chapman, I think.
Yeah, he probably just needed to consolidate, take it in and place it back for his scrum half. But yeah, went to push the pass and wasn't a great opportunity for New South Wales country. So the Sydney Stars with the feed to the scrum. Simon Donahue down on the sideline. Simon, what are you seeing for us, mate?
Hey, conditions have improved. The temperatures come down a bit, guys, so players will enjoy a cooler second half. The wind has picked up. No one really starting with great intent at this early stage of the second half, but they should enjoy more comfortable conditions.
Good on you, Simon. Yeah, very, very warm down there.
Of course, Jeremy Till's on the field for Paddy Ryan, who's still sitting on the sideline with a yellow card. So the Sydney Stars down a man in the scrum.
What are they trying to work out here?
Bit of water coming on the field. Gee, it must be hot.
Are they having a drinks break?
I think Laurie Weeks has got a bit of blood coming from the ear, it seems.
Yeah, a bit of blood coming out of that cauliflower for Laurie Weeks. I just want to get that patched up. Well, he was well taped up before the game started. Looks like it's come off.
Well, Tony, let's thank our sponsor, Vocus. Did you know they were the third largest connected telecommunications network in Australia?
I did not know that.
Well, Vocus provide cloud connectivity, private fibre networks and data centres, smart networks for smart business. Go to vocus.com.au, and we really should be supporting those companies that support rugby, shouldn't we?
Absolutely. Many thanks to Vocus and our other great sponsors, making it possible for us to bring the product to you, the fan.
Great Australian business, Vocus, so it's nice to get behind Aussie-made materials and such things.
Oh, it's a good scrum by the Eagles. Got the Stars pack going backwards. Play on, says the referee. Oh, it's come back into the hands of Jake Gordon, the Stars halfback. He's streaked 30 or 40 metres, but has been smashed by Pat Dellett, who then pinches the ball off him, the ultimate indignity. So back it comes to the Eagles. There's Tyler Gray. Throws a couple of dummies and then goes himself. Well, he ran straight into Pat Dellett, and Dellett's going to win that one all day. Billy Johnson shovels us across to Sam Windsor. Not a great ball, though. And Mitch Chapman out there again. Samuwara gets barreled. Kellaway tries to pick the ball up, but it's come back for the Stars. Now it's their chance to do something with it. Dargaville taking it up. The Stars swing into attack. Angus Gordon finds his big number 5, Matthew Phillip, out there. Still going. He's brought down. Andrew Kellaway again trying to get at the ball, but he's cleaned out quickly by the Stars. Having a bit of a set too with Hickey at the moment is Kellaway. Back we come to live action. The Eagles' defensive line is set. Stars looking for a way through. Gordon, almost an intercept there by Sam Windsor. It's come forward off his hands, and it will be the Sydney Stars scrum feed. Well, Sammy Windsor threw caution to the wind there.
Let's head down to Simon Donahue. What's going on there, mate?
There's a lot of intensity in this second half, boys. There's a lot of feeling in the tackles. You can hear the collisions. So I think we can see a very, very fearsome second half in defence and attack. Beautiful tackle by the fullback for the Eagles to stop that passage of play by the Stars. So no one got control of this second half yet, so it'll stay pretty tight for a little while, I think. And look, going back to our chat with Mad Dog McDougall before, Swaney, your comment was that he was looking super fit. Are you saying that I'm making him look good?
Well, I think Mad Dog McDougall, who's had a long career in professional sports, Simon, he's probably earned it. Let's put it that way.
I'm on the man shake, put it that way.
Okay, you might need a few. Get a few tips from him, mate.
Get on the man shake, Simon. Good on you, mate. Well, a bit of a break in play at the moment as we...
Here's the replay of Jake Gordon coming through. Pat Dellett as whooshka.
And then says, I'll take the ball too, thanks very much. But cheekily ankle tapped by Gordon on the ground. Otherwise he would have been away, the big fullback.
Pat Dellett certainly lined him up. And the crowd went up here at Leichardt Oval. Decent numbers in here. A few people up making use of the shade. And there's some people getting some sun on the nice sunny hill.
Cookie Mafu's out there for the Eagles. Looks like Ethan Ford's limping off. Not sure how he was injured, the double try scorer. Knock on there by the Stars. Paulie Tuala in there trying to get his hands on it, but he can't for the Eagles.
And again.
Control now.
Sydney Stars.
Let's go,
really,
gents. Here's the mark. Let's go.
Sydney Stars struggling with a bit of continuity here. They just can't quite string the passes together and hold on to the pill.
Well, the Eagles are also working very, very hard in defence, I think, and maybe causing the Stars to think twice about their options. So, Cookie Mafu, as I said, out there in the Eagles' back line, replacing Ethan Ford, who does not look too healthy just quietly as he walks across in front of me. Brendan McKibben, a little kick through off there. Paddy Dellett comes flying through onto it, but can't hang on to it. And neither can Dargaville for the Stars. So a couple of knock-ons there. Dellett scrum the first. So Sydney Stars scrum feed.
Yeah, not a bad little chip over the top there. Not a bad option from McKibben, but just couldn't quite drag it in, Paddy Dellett.
So we see Ethan Ford on the screen there. He doesn't look too happy. Looks like he's in a bit of pain. I don't know what happened to him.
Yeah, it looks pretty ordinary for Ethan Ford. 2 tries today for New South Wales Country Eagles. In wonderful form. Normally it's, as we say, Andrew Kellaway scoring the tries.
Yeah, Kellaway's only had a couple of touches so far.
Stars now.
Back it comes for the Stars. The big don't argue from Jim Stewart. Still Stars ball though. Trying to make it through the Eagles' defence. Jake Gordon says no. He puts it on the toe. It hasn't come off.
Oh.
Well, it has in fact, and Stewart has got his hands back on the ball, so the Stars swing straight into attack.
There are some heavy collisions out there.
Looks like Cookie Mafu's taken a hit there for the Eagles. Stars on the attack now, down the sideline. That's number 11, John O'Sullivan, the Balmain player. Jake Gordon clears it from the ruck to Angus Roberts. Shovel it right again. David Hickey can't hang on to it, and there's another knock-on from Cookie Mafu. So a pair of knock-ons there, Stars first. So now it's the Eagles' turn. Well, knock-ons are plenty, Swaney.
Yeah, must be greasy out there, as we see Paddy Ryan coming back onto the field and Byron Hodge as well.
Couple of subs, guys.
So the Sydney Stars getting back there. Starting front rowers. Actually, Jeremy Tills will stay on the field and Laurie Weeks coming off for Paddy Ryan. So as we have a look at the replay of the knock-on. He just had a bit of a look, didn't he?
Simon, what do you got for us on the sideline?
Yeah, just as Weeks comes off there, you just get the sense, guys, that these guys almost feel like they're playing the last 2 minutes of a deadlock game. Just there's a bit too much rushing and you get the sense that the first side to just settle it down a little bit and keep the ball in hand and just exercise a little bit of patience will really get the benefit, because there's a lot of desperation being played out here for no reason. There's plenty of time to go. There's still 30 minutes on the clock, but lots of spilling of the ball and rushed passes and unforced errors. So I think the first side to settle it down a little bit is going to do really well.
Yeah, it's a pretty good analysis there from Simon Donoghue, pretty much on the money. A lot of push passes that don't need to be pushed, and people just need to settle down a bit as Brendan McKibben clears it from the scrum. Sam wins a short ball to Cookie Mafu into space. Goes the replacement centre, going left, but he's brought down well. Manages to find Chapman. Out wide it goes to Stubbs, who finds Wara out on the sideline, who unfortunately knocks it on. Well, it could have been a better ball from Ed Stubbs, that's for sure, as we've watched Samu Wara knock it on out wide.
It certainly could have.
Much better.
Simon Donoghue was just saying too many pushed passes, and, well, that's what pressure does.
Now have a look at Sam Windsor putting Cookie Mafu into space. This is what I mean about Sam Windsor. He seems to have so much time to be able to make his choices and choose his options, which is, I think, is the mark of a good 5'8". And right then, putting Mafu into space like that was an example.
Yeah, Cookie Mafu into oodles of space there. Extremely good line run by the replacement.
Back it comes for the Stars now. Want to get out of here, get down the Eagles' end of the field. Probably want to hang on to the ball. They've kicked it away the last 2 times. There's Jack Macklin. Beautiful little ball to Hodge, his skipper. Back it comes now. Big Matthew Phillip takes it up. Angus Roberts finds Paddy Ryan. Goes for a rumble himself. Looks to offload, but Taylor Gray's there to shut that down. Gordon clears it, and they put it on the toe and kick it downfield. Well, this has been their strategy the last last few possessions they've had. It's like they're running out of ideas, Swaney, and trying to kick it down there and force the mistake from the Eagles.
Well, they've done pretty well today to starve the Eagles of some territory. So maybe that's their pattern of thinking. They're just trying to keep it down their end of the field and wait for New South Wales country to make the mistakes, which has happened quite a bit today for both sides.
There's been a few mistakes. As the Stars supporters applaud Dave Hickey has been replaced.
Jake Gordon finding some space.
Jake Gordon did well there.
Pick and go.
That's Leota. He feeds it back.
Oh,
but the big number 5, Matthew Phillips, spills it forward. And Sam Windsor says, let's get out of here, boys, and bangs it downfield. That's a pretty tasty touch finder. That's going to dribble out about 65 metres. My goodness me.
Gee, I'll tell you what, when you're a forward for the Sydney Stars and you have to turn around and run 65 metres the other direction, that makes you a little bit angry, I would think. A terrific touch finder, though, from Sam Windsor. Absolutely thumped it downtown.
Unfortunately for big Matthew Phillip, he couldn't hold on to it. So the attacking raid came to naught, but he drags it down for the line out, gets it to his halfback, puts the box kick up. Here's Samuwara. He loves a run. The outside centre still going, wasn't held, but he tries to push the pass. Again, what we're talking about, and it's gone forward. Paulie Tuala flying through, but it's going to dribble out over the dead ball line. Back will come for the 22.
22.
Thought I saw a knock on there, but must have been mistaken.
Must have come off a foot or a knee.
But Dallett and Tuala working hard there, trying to get to the ball. Just beat them. So Sydney Stars with the 22. Restart.
Plenty of subs ready to come on for New South Wales country. Oh, floater.
McKibben back with the ball. He'll put up the high hoist. Here comes Kellaway flying through. And Mafu. Oh, and Angus Roberts has had the biggest butcher's hook at the runners coming through.
A couple of knock-ons on the ground. Play the scrum.
Subs, Gussie. 3, 1 and 4.
Yeah, well, there was Mafu and Kellaway thundering through, and Angus Roberts has had a little look just as the ball arrived.
He certainly did. It went straight through the bread basket. And there we go. There's the replay. He copped an elbow to the face for his troubles as well. As Ilnicki comes off.
Ilnicki and Chubb off for the Eagles, and looks like Willen and Weeks off for the Stars. So new front rowers out there.
Michael Alatoa. Waratahs.
Oh, Sam Windsor tried to be a bit too clever there as Jim Stewart takes off for the Sydney Stars, and he goes all the way. Just dances inside the dead ball line and dots it down for the 5-pointer from the mistake from Sam Windsor of the Eagles. He's run 65 metres there to score the try. Jim Stewart for the Stars, bringing them right back into it and tying this game up at 21 points apiece with the conversion to come. Well, Sammy Winston is trying to be a bit too cute there, Swaney, and it didn't come off.
Certainly was. It was a failed backline move. They haven't been able to pull it off all day, and they tried it again. And Jim Stewart just scooped it up and said, "See you later, shut the gate. I will score this try and level it up." And he did well to run it around as well, with the cover defence coming across. And Macklin should knock this one over to give him a 3-point lead.
Which he does, and so they move to 24, the Sydney Stars, over the New South Wales Country Eagles 21. 3 points in it, about 23 and a half minutes to go in the game. Well, Jim Stewart's had a good game for mine in that Sydney Stars back line. He's been a standout.
Yeah, well, with Ed Stubbs and Samu Wara in the centres for New South Wales Country, a couple of handful right there. Jim Stewart's done very well to shut those two down, and he's taken his opportunities, that's for sure.
Another box kick from Gordon. Dargaville coming through, looking for it, but Pat Dellett takes it cleanly. Needs some support there, Dellett. Looking a bit tired now, the players. Sam Windsor goes himself straight into the hole. Needs a runner. Windsor finds Stubbs. Eddie Stubbs has gone himself. He needed to give that ball to Kellaway, and Kellaway was over in the corner for all money, but he held onto it, Stubbs, and they've butchered a try. The New South Wales Country Eagles. Oh my goodness me.
Gee, I tell you what, Kellaway must be just fuming with his side, furious today. He's had all that space down that right wing, and Ed Stubbs couldn't get it away. To Ed Stubbs' defence, he was being covered there by Dargaville. So a let-off for Sydney Stars, who are ahead by 3. Starting to get very tense down there.
Tom Coolican throwing the ball in for the Stars, the replacement hooker, a member of the US Eagles squad. He's off to the World Cup with the American national side next year, courtesy of his, I think, grandmother perhaps is American. Anyway, Stars on to attack now. Want to build on this 3-point lead. New South Wales Country Eagles desperate to get something back. There's Paddy Ryan taking it up. Gives the short ball.
Stars chasing their first win in the NRC this year.
Good recycle by the Stars. Nice ball through the hands. They've kicked it away though. Kellaway for the Eagles goes back. What can he do with it? The young flyer thumps it downfield. Bit of a nothing kick there from Andrew Kellaway, unfortunately. There's James Dargaville. He bangs it down. And Pat Dellett with the ball in hand now. Runs it out of the 22. Puts it straight up in the air. Samuwara comes through. Ball still in play though. Must be out there. And it is. There was a knock on in there, spotted by Angus Gardner.
Fucking push me over.
You're right. Knock on goal was the first one, yeah? Okay.
Let's go. Let's go, boys.
Getting some great sounds there, courtesy of the referee's mic.
Yeah.
From Angus Gardner there. The boys
and
extremely tired. Here comes the water break.
Simon, what do you got for us on the sideline?
Much earned rest for the boys. They're blowing pretty hard, so they'll welcome this drink. I'm just mine starting to turn towards the man shake man of the match, which we'll start to form an opinion on over the next 15-20 minutes. But for mine so far in this game, just following that run from Stubbs before, for mine he's been outstanding all game. He's run with such aggression, always looking for those holes, but his work in defence has also been really brutal. He's been all over everything, and even that last breakdown there, he was the first man on the spot. So for mine, he's worked hard and he's looked good.
That's a good call, Simon. We will have to make a call on that man shake man of the match pretty soon. Now, Swaney, we spoke earlier about the Gold Coast Sevens and the fun aspect of it. However, there is a serious side to all of this, because Sevens Rugby is making an appearance in the Rio Olympic Games, as you know.
Yeah, sure is, Tone. The current Olympic gold medalist of the USA, of all people, Tom Coolican, who's a USA Eagle out there. Obviously likely to change. The Sevens is a great format. Get up to the Gold Coast next weekend. Watch our boys and girls go around. We're currently ranked 5th. We need to improve on that. Extremely important these next 2 years leading into the Olympics for the Australian Sevens sides. So get up to the Gold Coast, support the teams.
Should be a fantastic weekend as the Stars swing into attack now. Dargaville's gone straight through the attempted tackle of McKibben, who's slow to his feet. And the penalty comes for Country.
Mate, 9 Blues kicking the ball back, mate.
Yeah.
For
They're not going to go quick, mate.
no release by the Sydney Stars ball carrier there. So here's a chance for the Country Eagles to get back into it. Brendan McKibben, he got up very slowly from that last tackle, Swain. He looks like he's all right, though.
Yeah, I think it was Paulie Tuala over the ball then. He's had a terrific game off the bench as well.
He's had a terrific game, Tuala, for sure. That's a lovely kick by McKibben.
Yeah, he's done very well as well, McKibben. Actually, out of the Country Eagles side, there's been quite a few who have stood out.
It's going to be a tough job to decide the man-shake man of the match, Andrew Swain. We're going to have to put our thinking caps on, mate.
We certainly will. I'll get back to you on that one, Tone.
All right. Oh, here's another chance for the Eagles. They want to maul this over, very similar to just before half-time, what they did just before half-time. In fact, exactly the same. McKibben's calling his backs in. There's Wara and Windsor as they surge forward now, the Eagles, looking for that try. They've come down short, though, and unable to clear it, so referee Angus Gardner called it a maul, obviously, and the possession will go to the Stars. That's a wasted opportunity by the Eagles.
Jeremy Tills did so well in that maul. He just latched onto it and wouldn't let it go. And then when the maul came to ground, of course, you don't have to release. Here it is here. You'll see Jeremy Tills is right in there, latched on. There he is right there over the top. Latched onto it. Doesn't have to release, of course. And, yep, brought to ground. Angus Gardner, scrum the Sydney Stars.
Great piece of maul defence. And Brendan McKibben, who's been one of the most effective players for the Eagles, their halfback, has been replaced by Mick Snowden, wearing 22. Bit of a messy scrum there.
Yeah.
Let's have a reset. One of the few resets we've had today. Scrums have been good.
Yeah, that hasn't happened too often today. They certainly have been extremely good. Very tight match here with roughly 17 minutes remaining. It's a extremely tight match.
Got the new props on in the Eagles front row. Michael Ala-Latoa and Ben Suisala. That's a better scrum, a lot more solid. Here come the Stars. Not a terrific clearing kick though.
Didn't chew off too many metres.
Nope.
Be disappointed with that. So now New South Wales Country looking to get back in the lead. What can they do? So what, Kellaway'd be licking his fingers and getting his fingers on the ball.
No, he'd love to. You'd love to get a try. There's no risk. Here they go, though, the Eagles trying to settle down and create the rolling maul.
This is a bit better.
In good shape at the moment. Paulie Tuala joins at the back. Tyler Gray has the ball right at the back. Mick Snowden drives them forward. He's barking at his forwards. It's become a bit static, though. It's still going. What can they do with it now, the Eagles? They're very, very close. Oh, the Stars have done well, though.
How did they manage to push that back?
There's another turnover. They've done exactly the same thing, the Sydney Stars. It's terrific defence.
Oh, wow. I tell you what, you can't do this all day, but the Stars they've got to give themselves a pat on the back for that maul defence once again. Who's getting up there? Yeah, once again, Jeremy Till.
Well, Jeremy Till showing all his experience, the Waratahs prop. And that's a sensational job of maul defence.
Let's have another look at that rolling maul. And as you can see, the Eagles had it well under control. Had the ball at the back there in the hands of Tyler Gray, I think it is.
Yeah, Tyler Gray had it at the back, yeah.
And it all went to shambles once Mick Snowden joined it. There's a lesson for you. Never let the backs join a rolling maul.
Well, there we go. So the Sydney Stars have tried to clear it, and they've kicked it out. Paddy Dellett coming up, but the ball was out. So, well, in fact, they've ruled that Dellett took it out. So,
well, Sydney Stars.
That's a Stars line out.
Another let off.
Well, let's look at that last rolling maul. It looked to me like it might have been collapsed by the Stars forwards, which would have been a penalty to the Eagles, but Couldn't really see for sure. Anyway, here we go. There's Jim Stewart taking it up into the teeth of the Eagles' defence. Paulie Tuala working hard, as always. There's Tom Coolican trying to get some metres for the Stars. Round the corner, they keep coming. The big number 8, Sam Quinn. He's had a busy game for the Stars. Late replacement for Pat McCutcheon. And that's Tom Robertson, I think, taking it up for the Stars.
Stu Dunbar on the field as well, directing proceedings.
Roll away.
Penalty to the Stars.
16 out of the way first.
Against number 16, I think that might be, is that Richie Stanford? I'm not sure. No, it's Michael Alatoa. Not rolling away.
Another good clearing kick. The pressure valve has well and truly come off the Sydney Stars now. Tom Cooligan throwing into the line out.
13 and a half minutes to go. The Eagles really need to dig deep here, defend their line and try and get some points down the other end. But it's the Stars line out ball. Richard Stanford in there trying to slow it down.
Ball's at the back.
Well, there you go. There's another turnover.
Goodness me! I tell you what,
you can give that one to Richie Stanford. He got right into the back there and clamped down on the ball, just like Tills did on those 2 previous occasions against the Eagles. Stanford's done it to the Stars.
Well, both sides have had their cracks at rolling mauls, and I think they might want to put that one back in the holster because it doesn't seem to be working for any of them.
That's true.
Let's throw it around, I think would be the message coming from both benches.
Try and use a bit of deception and try and get the Flyers into some gaps.
Snowden feeding the scrum.
Tough halfback, Mick Snowden.
Yeah.
And he goes for Sam Windsor. Long ball. Oh, Ed Stubbs is absolutely smashed by Michael Hodge. Just a great tackle by the Sydney Stars skipper. Wow, that was something special.
Unlucky to get the feed to the scrum for New South Wales country. Sydney Stars, that was a terrific tackle from Hodge, the skipper. He is absolutely lined up and clobbered Ed Stubbs.
And Eddie Stubbs is on his back, and Angus Gardner calls time out after that. Well, that was a pretty savage hit. Well read by Michael Hodge. Rushed up out of the line to make the tackle. Got a good shot there of some of the punters here this afternoon. Pretty decent crowd for this game, must be said. Beautiful way to spend a public holiday Monday afternoon, Swaney. Back to live action now.
That's going to come down with snow on it.
Pat Dellett takes the ball well. The big fullback. Well tackled, though, by Jeremy Tills. Couldn't get past him. Snowden clears it from the ruck. Finds Sam Windsor. Finds the inside runner. That's number 18, Will Weeks. What can the Eagles do now? Ben Matwajow taking it up. Snowden wants it. There it is. Sam Windsor finds Stubbs, but he's brought up short by the Stars' defence. Done a good job so far. Taylor Gray goes for the short ball to Dellett, but it wasn't there, and it's been knocked on by number 23. And it's Stewie Dunbar for the Stars that knocked that on.
Well, frenetic pace, and
Let's go, Hookers.
Simon was talking about it a little bit earlier. Both sides just need to settle down, I think. They're trying too hard. And Simon, what can you see from down there? Well, we'll get back to Simon.
Yeah, I think that's a good call. You got something for us, Simon?
Yeah, sorry guys, I was just going to say the physicality is really taking its toll on both teams with players going down. So watch this scrum get fed. Last 9 minutes they're playing a bit desperately, but that's been that way the whole game, so they might as well carry on with it.
Indeed. Here goes Cookie Mafu. He's well tackled though. Must be very tired out there, the players. Mick Snowden going himself. Can't find a way through. Andrew Kellaway's playing scrum half. He goes himself. Can't get through though. It's a good option by the young winger. Sam Windsor finds Tyler Gray. Surges into the Stars 22. Eagles want to score. That's Ala Latoa, the replacement prop. An Australian rep at the IRB Junior World Cup. Sam Windsor goes inside again to Samu Wara. This time he offloads to Ben Matwajow. He's fallen awkwardly there. Ball's anybody's. Back it comes for the Eagles, though. It's lucky for them. Sammy Windsor now finds Pat Dellett. They've aimed up well on Dellett all day, though, pretty much, the Stars' defence. Snowden clears again to Tyler Gray. The inside ball needed to be made to Sam Windsor, who's only about 2 metres out, found himself in space. Eagles working hard for the 5-pointer now. That's Ala Latoa, the replacement prop. Oh, he's only about a metre short now. Sam Windsor playing scrum half. Finds Mafu. Mafu goes himself, but he can't get past the Stars. They're defending desperately. They need to get it wide now. Dellett needs to get it wide. That's a shocking ball. But still, Cam Treloar, who's seagulling out on the wing, manages to get across. That's an awful pass from Paddy Dellett, but luckily Sam Treloar, there's nobody aiming up on him. Treloar goes across for the 5-pointer to move the Country Eagles to 26 with a kick to come, and the Stars 24. They worked hard for that try.
I'll tell you what, it was not pretty. There was all sorts of dropped ball and scrappy type of play here as we see the replay of the ball getting dropped out wide, and Cam Treloar managed to pick it up, and as he was seagulling out on the wing, the old fella gets another try for his side. So the New South Wales Country Eagles back in the lead, and dearie me, they've had to work hard for it though.
Yeah, they sure have. That was a very, very, very scrappy try. I tell you, who set it up was Sam Windsor. He noticed that gap open up here and called for the ball. Got him to within a couple of metres of the try line. It was a heads-up play from Windsor. And from there, all they had to do was to get it wide. And it took them time, and it wasn't pretty. But finally, Cameron Treloar gets it out wide and crosses for the 5-pointer. So Sam Windsor misses with the conversion. We have a 2-point game. About 6.5 minutes to go here. Eagles on top, 26-24 over the Sydney Stars.
Oh, it's tight. It's very tight here at Leichardt Oval. Everyone on the edge of their seats. It's a bit of a nail biter.
It's a good restart. Richie Stanford couldn't hang on to it, and Coolican comes away with it. Out the back, offload. Well, luckily for the Eagles, that didn't come off either. Here goes Jim Stewart. He's had a big game for the Stars. The inside centre. There's the replacement prop, Tom Robertson. Back for Sydney. They want to strike right back. Andrew Leota. Tyler Gray's pinched the ball off him. Terrific job by Gray. Big Rich Stanford now trying to take it up. Mick Snowden clears it back to his fullback, Paddy Dellett, who can't hang on to it. He's being pursued by Byron Hodge. But he thumps it deep, but straight into the arms of number 13, Michael Hodge. And gives it to James Macklin, or Jack Macklin.
He's done well.
He's done well, Macklin. Had to compete with Snowden for that one, but got a hold of it. But the penalty is given to the Stars.
Now, what do you do here, Tone? Do you take a shot at goal and tie it up?
Tyler Gray giving away the penalty. Well, it's, what do you do? There's 5 minutes to go.
Going to go for the win.
Yeah, go for the win. Plenty of time.
They got nothing to lose, Sydney Stars. whereas New South Wales Country have everything to lose here. A chance for the finals in round 7 of the NRC, just 2 rounds to go. Big opportunity for Sydney.
Tom Coolican putting the ball in for the Stars. There it is, nice clean line out there, going to maul it up. But it's been sacked immediately. So they'll need to clear it. There's Robertson. Finds his fellow replacement.
Oh, here's the penalties coming again.
Halfback didn't have the ball.
Silly play from Suasala there.
Taking out the halfback. What are you doing? Scrum.
Calling for the scrum.
Calling for the scrum.
Well, they've been solid all day, so why wouldn't you? They've got a decent front row.
Angus Gardner having a chat with Cam Trelaw. Doesn't want to see a repeat of that ill discipline from the beginning.
Let's go, guys. Here it is.
Massive. Whole new front row for both teams.
Yeah, Coolican, Robertson and Tills for the Sydney Stars. Alatoa Suasala and Will Weeks for New South Wales Country. And it's solid for the Stars.
Back it comes for them.
Crash ball there.
Well stopped there. Eagles defence holds on that occasion. Well, Paddy Dellett flew up to make the tackle. Didn't make it.
Dunbar did very well.
Jerry Dunbar did well. Tom Coolican working hard. Keeps the feet going in contact. Trelaw's in there to shut him down with his teammates. There's Stewart, number 12. Had a big game, but he's well tackled though by number 17, Ben Suasala.
2 minutes out from full time. Stars hot on attack.
Coolican again. Well, phase after phase, the Sydney Stars, they need to crack this Eagles defensive line, having a hard time doing it. Byron Hodge taking it up. He's brought down midfield. Jock Merriman working hard, the replacement halfback. Inside ball from Coolican. But the Eagles defence holds, and there's been a bit of a knock on. It could have been a turnover. There has been a turnover. Yep. Eagles now with the ball in hand. Pat Dellett puts it on the right foot and thumps it deep.
Oh, that is a great clearing kick there from Pat Dellett as well, and they won't get the free. They won't get the quick throw in either, so.
And what about number 20, Joel Brooks, flying up there for the Eagles to shut down the quick line-out throw by the Sydney Stars.
One minute 40 to go.
Minute 40 to go. Time for us to start thinking about a man of the match, Swaney, as the Stars swing into attack here. The tackle needed to be made by Kellaway. He did a good job, the young winger.
We might yet see a man of the match performance from, or a match-winning performance from one of these.
Dunbar does well, as does young Robertson. Still going, the replacement prop. Stars shift it right. They got numbers out there, I think. Oh, lovely run for the Stars. The inside ball. Number 11, John O'Sullivan. Working very, very hard. Jonathan Fakai involved in that movement too for the Sydney Stars. Hands on the ball. Beautiful turnover by Ben Matwajow. Now it's the Eagles' turn. What can they do with it? Gee, Ben Matwajow just reached over and plucked that off the ground. That was fantastic.
Less than a minute left.
Use it now.
45 seconds to go. Sam Windsor thumps it deep.
Doesn't find touch.
Needed to find touch, that one. Now these tackles must be made by the Eagles. Sydney Stars with the ball in hand. All they got to do is score a try to win this game. All the Eagles have to do is to keep them out to win it by 2 points. Cam Trelaw, he's worked hard all day, the New South Wales Country Eagles skipper. Back it comes for the Stars. There's Coolican. On the deck, though. Hands on the ball. Eddie Stubbs has got his hands on it. This could be a penalty. And it is, with 5 seconds to go. 3, 2, 1. Is that the game?
Tap it, out, done. Back 10.
The siren has gone. There's no time left. Mick Snowden says get out of the way. He's tapped it, kicked it out over the sideline. That is full time. And the New South Wales Country Eagles hold on for a 2-point victory over the Sydney Stars. They're going to feature in the finals, ladies and gentlemen. Unfortunately for the Stars, they were unable to get that elusive first win. We need to pick a man of the match, Swaney.
Well, it's hard to go past Ed Stubbs. He's been enormous today for New South Wales Country. I don't know about you, but Ed Stubbs for me.
All right, I agree with that. The number 12 inside centre for the Charles Sturt University New South Wales Country Eagles, Eddie Stubbs, gets our Manshake Man of the Match award.
Well, a terrific performance from New South Wales Country. They went down early and then managed to regain the lead in the... well, they were 16-0 down at one stage. So managed to come back and score a 26-24 victory, Tone. And Ed Stubbs was our man of the match. We're still waiting for Simon Donoghue to get a hold of him, but it's been a terrific game here at Leichardt Oval. A good crowd in.
Yeah, pretty good crowd today. Here's a replay of the final penalty, and referee Angus Gardner puts his arm up. Mick Snowden says, "We'll have the ball." So the Eagles applauding their opponents off the pitch. The Sydney Stars. They'll be disappointed, Andrew Swain, unable to get that first win of the year. But, yeah, as you said, Ed Stubbs our man of the match, but I tell you what, it's a very close thing. There's some excellent players out there.
It was a terrific game.
I thought for the Stars, you know, Paddy Ryan, Laurie Weeks had a huge game. You know, Hickey was busy at number 7. The halves combination of Gordon and Roberts did really well, as did their inside centre, Jim Stewart.
Yeah, it was a really good performance from the Sydney Stars. Unfortunately for them, they come up short. New South Wales Country, though, they move up now to 19 points on the NRC ladder, and that'll put them into second spot after round 7. So a huge performance from them.
Yep, they just had to win this match to be an outright second position on the table, the Eagles. And they've done that, so congratulations to them.
Sydney Stars, it's back to the drawing board again, unfortunately. And this is our captain. So Simon Donoghue down with the Sydney Stars captain, Michael Hodge. Simon.
I'm here with Michael Hodge, skipper of the Sydney Stars. Michael, tough game out there. That was frenetic pace, and just pipped at the end.
Yeah, I mean, credit to Country there. You know, they kept sticking it to us, and they did the little things well and kept their composure a little bit. I mean, we showed a lot of heart, and it's a disappointing thing. We controlled a lot of the game, and it was there for us to win, and probably let ourselves down a bit. But that's not taking away from Country. You know, the crucial moments they probably stood up, and it's really pretty hard to take actually. And we've really got to regroup, and we're up to Townsville, so we're going to go up there and we're going to get a couple of wins to finish. You know, like we are building, but we just got to get out there and get that win, hey?
I mean, it looked like the start of the game was almost picture perfect. Yeah. The intensity and the execution was really good.
Yeah.
But then it looked like Country just showed a bit of patience in that second half to gain a bit of control.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, that's been the story of our whole season. You know, the first 15 minutes have been on fire, and we probably don't have the maturity to have that patience, and that's disappointing. But, you know, we've got to keep learning. We've got to keep learning from this and keep playing well. That was definitely our best performance, so we just got to keep building and keep doing some more.
No, it was tough. Like, it was heartening for the Sydney fans, though, so good luck, and we look forward to their efforts in the next few weeks.
Thanks, mate. Thanks a lot.
Right, thank you, Simon Donoghue, talking there with the Sydney Stars skipper, Michael Hodge.
Yeah, they certainly were an improved performer today. He said that was their best performance, and having seen a few of their matches this year, would have to agree. But New South Wales country, a really good performance from them.
All right, there's Simon now with our man of the match, the Eagles number 12, Ed Stubbs. Over to you, Simon.
Mate, I've been at the Force for the last couple of years, so I've been playing for Cotters over there. But East and South, I played all my juniors and stuff at East.
Simon's on.
Yeah.
You had a good game. I'd say the boys the first half, you ran the ball well.
Scrappy.
Here's your score, 26 points to 24. Country Eagles getting the four tries and just the 2 penalty goals. Anyway, well, let's go back down to Simon Donoghue.
And we're here with our man of the match winner, Ed Stubbs of the New South Wales Country Eagles. It was a pretty intense game, scrappy in some places, but I thought you looked hungry and defensive, looked like you're enjoying it.
Yeah, it was a good team effort. Defensively, I think that's kind of where we've won our games. There's still a lot to kind of sort out in attack and turnover ball. We're just not quick enough to react, and again, we kind of let in some really soft tries. But there's plenty of positives, but still plenty to work on. So, yeah, it should be good going into the next couple of games.
No, it looked like you showed enough patience in that second half to kind of execute. You've been playing at Cottesloe, so the heat didn't worry you too much today?
Oh, mate, I'd like to say it didn't, but it did. We're all blowing pretty hard, and obviously the pace of the game with all the new rules. But, mate, at the end of the day, we got the win, and, it wasn't how we wanted to do it, but I suppose we got there in the end, so.
Fantastic. And Adam, good show of skills and effort from the Eagles today. How did you see the game?
Yeah, no, great entertaining game, and very impressed with Ed's game. He ran the ball strongly and showed some great defence as well. So great game from him and well-deserved man of the match.
And to pick up the engine, mate, and the fitness, there's a happy pack here from Adam and the man shake. So congratulations on our man of the match award.
Thank you very much, mate.
No worries, thanks.
Congratulations, mate. Not a bag of cash, but nearly as good as a bag of man shake.
Yeah, thank you. Thanks, guys.
All this, okay. Thanks again. Okay.
So it's just.
All right, great stuff. Thanks, Simon, and thanks, Adam McDougall, for sponsoring our man of the match. Eddie Stubbs, the inside centre, gets the honour, gets the man shake. So that's it from us, ladies and gentlemen, as the sun sets in the west of Leichardt Oval. It's been a great pleasure bringing you this match this afternoon.
Yeah, 26 points to 24. Tone is, for those people just catching the back end of our stream here on clubrugbytv.com.au.
Indeed, Swaney, it's been an absolute pleasure sitting alongside you, my friend, calling this game. Some great rugby this afternoon, a great atmosphere on this public holiday Monday, and we hope to see you back next time, ladies and gentlemen. For Club Rugby TV, Andrew Swain, all the rest of the team, I'm Tony Lewis. We'll see you next time. Thanks for joining us.